Well, good evening. This is Greg Montoya, and I am reporting live from Treasure Valley WeCare, and we have a recent discovery to tell you about. Let's start with Frederick Miescher. Mr. Miescher was born on August 13th, 1844 in Basel, Switzerland, and he passed away on August 26, 1895 in Davos. He was born into a distinguished scientific family. He studied medicine in Basel and Göttingen, Switzerland. He suffered most of his life with a hearing impairment caused by a severe attack of typhoid fever. So as his life began, education and especially science was important to his family. His battle with typhoid fever and the eventual impairment of his hearing was a setback, but one he overcame in a way that literally changed the world. The most important thing to tell you about Frederick is he was the first scientist to isolate the crude preparation of DNA, and still today is known as the father of DNA. He made this incredible discovery when he was just 25 years old. In 1869, he discovered a substance containing phosphorus and nitrogen in the nuclei of white blood cells found in pus. The substance he discovered was first called nuclein because it seemed to come from cell nuclei, but it later became known as deoxynucleic acid after 1974. The name change came in 1874 when he separated it into protein and acid compounds. It is now known as deoxyribonucleic acid, also known as DNA. 51 years after Frederick's death, it is discovered that the slimy substance he had isolated from pus carried important genetic information, now known as DNA. Let's stop and think about that for a minute. In 1869, a 25-year-old scientist in Switzerland discovered a substance that has changed medicine, forensics, and criminal investigation, in addition to many other facets of our lives today. For example, 367 people in 37 different states have been exonerated for their crimes. These people were wrongly convicted and subsequently sentenced to a combined 5,097 years. Think about the impact to these people and their families. The science discovered by Frederick 150 years ago has literally changed families' lives. One interesting point is 41 of the 367 convicts confessed their crimes. The process of interrogation of faulty science left these people feeling like they had no choice but to confess to a crime they didn't commit. Only through the use of DNA science they were exonerated for their crimes and released. The first DNA exoneration in the United States happened in 1989. It involved a misapplication of forensic scientists. The injustice was able to be corrected and overturned based on Miescher's scientific discoveries.